The World Bank is an international financial institution that provides loans and grants to the government of low and middle income countries for the purposes of economic development. Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Know more about World Bank that is situated in Washington DC in United States. Before moving forward, like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell icon. The World Bank is the collective name for the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development and International Development Association IDA, two of five international organizations owned by the World Bank Group. It was established along with the International Monetary Fund at the 1944 Bretton Woods Conference. After a slow start, its first loan was to France in 1947. In its early years, it primarily focused on rebuilding Europe. Over time, it focused on providing loans to developing world countries. In the 1970s, the World Bank reconceptualized its mission of facilitating development as being oriented around poverty reduction. For the last 30 years, it had included NGOs and environmental groups in its loan portfolio. Its loan strategy is influenced by environmental and social safeguards. As of 2022, the World Bank is run by a president and 25 executive directors, as well as 29 various vice presidents. The International Bank for Reconstruction and Development and International Development Association IDA have 189 and 175 members countries respectively. The United States, Japan, China, Germany, and the United Kingdom have the most voting power. The bank aims loans at developing countries to help reduce poverty. The bank is engaged in several global partnerships and initiatives and takes a role in working towards addressing climate change. The World Bank hosts an open knowledge repository for its publications. The World Bank was created at the 1944 Bretton Woods Conference, along with the International Monetary Fund's IMF. The president of the World Bank is traditionally an American. The World Bank and the International Monetary Fund are both based in Washington DC and work closely with each other. Before 1974, the reconstruction and development loans the World Bank made were relatively small. Its staff was aware of the need to instill confidence in the bank. from 1974 to 1980s. The bank concentrated on meeting the basic needs of people in the developing world. The size and the number of loans to borrowers greatly increased as loan targets expanded from infrastructure into social services and other sectors. The World Bank Administrative Tribunal was established in 1980s to decide on disputes between the World Bank Group and its staff where allegations of non observance of contracts of employment or terms of appointments has not been honored. McNamara was succeeded by the United States President Jimmy Carter's nominee, Alden W. Clausen, in 1980. Clausen replaced many members of McNamara's staff and crafted a different mission emphasis. His 1982 decision to replace the bank's chief economist, Hollis B. Chenery, with Annie Kruger was an example of this new focus. The World Bank plays a significant role in global economic governance due to its broad mandate, its vast resource base, its frequent and regular interactions with governments as clients, and its myriad publications. World Bank projects cover a range of areas from building schools to fighting diseases, providing water and electricity, and environmental protections. And as such, they are linked to most of these sustainable development goals. The World Bank Group WBG is a family of the five international organizations that make leveraged loans to developing countries. It is the largest and the best known development banks in the world and as observed at the United Nations Development Groups. The banks is a headquarter in Washington DC in the United States of America. The activities of the World Bank focuses on the developing countries in the field such as human development, example education, health, agriculture and rural development, example irrigations and rural services, environmental protections, example pollution reductions, establishing and enforcing regulations, infrastructure, example roads, urban regenerations and electricity, large industrial construction projects. The International Bank for Reconstruction and Development and International Development Association provides loan at preferential rates to member countries as well as grants to the poorest countries. Loans or grants for specific projects are often linked to wider policy changes in the sector or the country's economy as a whole. Furthermore, the World Bank Group is recognized as a leading funder of climate investment in developing countries. The World Bank collects and processes large amounts of data and generates them on the basis of economic models. These data and models have gradually been made available to the public in a way that encourages reuse, whereas the recent publication describing them are available as open access under a Creative Commons attribution license, for which the bank received the Spark Innovator 2012 award. The World Bank hosts the Open Knowledge Repository as an official open access repository for its research output and knowledge products. The World Bank's repository is listed in the Registry of Research Data Repositories. The World Bank also endorsed the Principles for Digital Development.